And I kind of related to that. I did say before I didn't want to talk about Kanye West anymore after his previous stint in the news for anti-Semitism and all that stuff. And it's not what I'm talking about isn't directly something he did, I guess, but it's related to him. And I don't know, he's just like the gift that keeps on giving, I guess. There's no end in sight to what he's doing because it's become necessary to mention him again. Although, like I said, this time it's not necessarily for something he did. Well, it's related to something he did, but that's not the entire subject. And so, after all the like anti-Semitism has been going around from Kanye, and all that stuff, we all know about it. I've talked about it before, even although albeit briefly though. Um, there was a black and white video that's been circulating that featured various Jewish celebrities wearing shirts with a hand giving the finger above Kanye's name, and the features the Star of David. And among the celebrities that are featured in the video are Lenny Kravitz, Steven Spielberg, and Scarlett Johansson. So those are a few of the celebrities there. And anyway, I mean, it has a good message behind it. But the problem is, as I was kind of implying earlier, it was a fake video. It was an AI video. None of the actual celebrities were in it. I don't know if it's one of those things where they put like a celebrity's face over a person actually doing something. So I don't know if there's any actual footage that exists of it. But it was an AI video. None of the celebrities co-signed this or anything like that. And she made a point to speak against it. So according to Comic Sans, she said in part, I firmly believe that the potential for hate speech multiplied by AI is a far greater threat than any one person who takes accountability for it. We must call out the misuse of AI, no matter its messaging, or we risk losing a hold on reality. And I mean, yeah, it's bad that the video is fake and all. It features a bunch of people disowning something that, and it features a bunch of people making a statement on something that they didn't make, or some of them might have spoken about Kanye before and disowned what he was doing, but features a bunch of them making a statement and none of them actually did. But to be fair, I mean, I feel like I think it was a bit weird how she made that statement just because it's not exactly, at least in my opinion, the biggest issue here. I mean, it might be a good idea to kind of address at least what Kanye did and in the statement instead of just speaking about the video for the entire time. But I mean, it's her business. She can obviously be offended that someone's using her likeness for something like this. I mean, that is something to be offended by. But I just thought maybe you might want to mention that too, at least somewhere in there. Uh, and she also referred to herself as a quote very public victim of AI. And okay, to be fair, I think that you might be taking it a little far when you say that. I mean, at least when you emphasize it so much, because like I said, the people who get like porn made of them with AI, those are the people I'd say that are the main victims of AI because they're making things that are fake of them that aren't just, fake, but completely obscene and could be life ruining. But for people who aren't celebrities, especially who don't have any sort of public facing image or anything like that. But, when there's a video of you disowning something, I think you probably would disown anyway. That's not exactly making you the biggest victim of AI. I mean, again, you're still a victim of AI in the literal sense of someone using AI in a way you wouldn't approve of, but still, I feel like that's worth pointing out. And I did watch the video itself. I felt it was only fair to watch the video before I comment completely on it. And I feel like it's worth mentioning, at least in my opinion, it was pretty obviously fake. I mean, just the way they were moving around. I mean, you can kind of tell. I feel like at this point, I'm kind of conditioned to when it's a video of a celebrity like kind of moving and not talking, or just talking with little movement. Just kind of look for it as AI, especially because of how non-human it looks. Especially when you see videos of people talking with AI, how unhuman it looks. Uh, and I feel like no one in their right mind would really fall for this. So that's kind of why, because I feel like I need to emphasize. It seems like I'm being kind of a jerk by saying like she's not allowed to talk about being a victim of AI or whatever. And she can, obviously, but I think that it's also important to mention I don't think many people would necessarily fall for this this use of AI. But again, I don't know. Old people on social media, they fall for a lot of stuff. I mean, if it was just still images, they probably would still fall for it. So maybe it's necessary, but I felt I should probably point that out. And I mean, apparently, if a good amount of people did fall for it, then I guess something that Kanye West should keep in mind to win his fans back is he should just upload an AI video where he apologizes for being anti-Semitic, and apparently everyone will believe it. So that's one lesson to learn from this whole thing. Although I will say again, like, I feel like I should probably clarify my position. It's not even that it's not bad what happened with the video, but you'd think, at least in my opinion, the stuff going on with Kanye West is probably the biggest like crash out of any celebrity in recent history. where he's just saying the most insane, like indefensible things. And I feel like it's kind of weird that people who are going to comment on the situation don't spend much, if any, time disowning what he's saying. It's almost like some people are afraid of him, which I don't get the logic of at all. I mean, he is crazy, so I don't know what he might do, but I don't know. I don't get the logic of being afraid of him or what he might do or think or whatever. Because, well, what can he do? You know, necessarily. I think he's lost the respect of pretty much everyone in Hollywood, so he has no allies left at this point. But again, I guess so that's kind of what my point is. Why it seems maybe I'm being a bit dismissive. I'm not really trying to be, but I just think it's interesting to comment so much on the AI video and not have any comment for what Kanye West actually did. But again, I don't know if he wants to save his reputation. Maybe the one thing he can do at this point is do an AI video where he apologizes and people will buy it. I guess so. Yeah, that's something to consider.